We got a bit of a situation right here. Somebody didn't do their job properly. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel. Ashley, what are we doing here? Why are we right here? Are we copping a good view of nothing? There's overcast. The weather's terrible today. Why are we out here? My truck looks terrible too. The rain, man, did us dirty. The rain did us dirty. I'm just kidding. The blue wrap hides pretty much everything. Ashley's a little bit cranky because she hasn't had coffee or food yet. So first and foremost, we're getting some Starbucks, right? Am I right? Yeah, see that's kind of what I figured. And then we're gonna move on to installing a bed cover that I have from Rough Country for my truck right here. I don't know if you guys can see it or not. It's very blue. You can be on Mars and actually see this truck from Mars. So
yeah,
in case you missed it, here it is right here. You guys see it? Still don't see it? Get a little closer. They might not be able to see it. There we go. Perfect. Let's get some Starbucks and some food for Ashley so she is happy, right? All right, let's do it. She Pro Grill, by the way, is on order. That should be here probably, I don't know. They said like 6 to 8 weeks when I talked to them about getting this one. So probably another 3 or 4 hopefully, or less. TRD Pro Grill is on the way though. So overall, it looks way better. And I think if I left the SR5 grill on here, just painting the Toyota badge, game changer.
Yeah.
Can I get a hallelujah?
Hallelujah!
Not one Raptor, but 2 Raptors. Wow.
Yeah.
They're out here flexing.
Have you been having any issues with your truck so far?
Oh, another Q&A? Let's go.
Yeah.
That light right there that looks like a gas pump is always on.
That means you need gas.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that seems to be one of the main issues on this truck is the gas pump light is always on. No, I'm just kidding. It's actually never on. I have a 30-gallon tank, which costs me about 180 bucks to fill every time. Who said that?
Me.
Oh, you said the Papa Smurf thing?
Yeah.
Well, it's better than our homeboy. What's his name? Fast AF?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, Mr. Fast and his Barbie comments, man. Mr. Fast struck again last video, I think. Back again with the Barbie comments.
Like,
did you hear her right there?
What?
She was like, oh, look at that car. Kids love my truck. That's the best part right there is all the kids love my truck. There's so many different versions of arts out there. So to see people react to your art is really cool.
Yeah, exactly.
Because I did all this work on wrapping it and, you know, and spent time and money and chose my wheels and tires and lift and like I gathered all this stuff together and put it into this truck and made it look the way it does. It is cool to see everyone, you know, kind of react to it in a positive way and even a not so positive way too. It's all good stuff.
Yeah.
It's all good stuff. So
that's why
it's all love.
Have you ever had peanut butter and bananas?
Yeah, all the time.
I don't have my seatbelt on.
Watch what happens. This truck is so annoying about seatbelts. If you don't wear a seatbelt for literally from that window, we're 1 car up. It goes from beep 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 to beep beep beep. Actually abandoned ship. She's a little too cool for us, I guess. So solo mission, let's pull this bed cover out of the bed of my truck and throw it on, see how it looks, how it fits, how it performs, and all that good stuff. Let's get right to it. If you guys are not too keen on doing things yourself in general, you're not a do-it-yourselfer, rest assured that this is gonna be one of probably the easiest things you can do. It may seem super entailed, but there's hardly anything to it. There's some bed rails, the bed cover, some hardware. You don't need a lot of tools. We need like maybe a 13 mil socket and I don't know, there's really not much else to it. Do everything in order and it's super straightforward. A roll-up bed cover is one of the easiest things you can install. First and foremost, these tie downs right here, there's 4 of them total, 2 on either side, need to be removed. So these little end caps right here need to come off first. Take those out and then we'll loosen these guys. The next step is to take 3 of these clamps and slide them on each rail, like so. So I'll put one at the end and then one right here about in the middle and then one right here towards the end. This foam pad right here needs to go right in between the bulkhead and the plastic bed cap right here with the leg of it sitting underneath the bed cap like so. So the easiest way for me to do this is probably gonna be to just pop up the bed cap right there and then slide this right in like so. But first, should probably peel this off. There's these foamy end seals to put on the edge of the rails. 4 in total, 1 for each side. Alrighty, so now it's time to mount up these side rails up on those clamps right there. So there's these grooves right here, right in there. And that's what we're gonna line up with these clamps, and the teeth on the clamps go right into those grooves right there. This is the driver's side one right here. It has the latch, the release right there. The hooks right here need to face towards the rear. So this right here is the driver's side, and then this is the passenger side. So we'll start with the driver's side, and then line it up, and then make sure it's perfectly where we want it from front to rear. So we'll close the tailgate to make sure we have just the right amount of pressure on here against the inner side of the bed, and then same with the bulkhead as well. So we'll hop in the bed and then close the tailgate and make sure it's lined up, clamp it down. That's pretty much all there is to it. I'm gonna get this thing nice and flush with the top of the bed cap right there, and then close the tailgate on it so we can get a nice gauge of where we want this thing to be permanently. Looks about right there. The goal was to get the foam pad flush with the top of the bed cap right there. So that's looking good. Right now it's just sitting using the tension in between the bulkhead and the back of the tailgate right there. So now I'm gonna reach underneath here and clamp this sucker down right there. Alrighty, so here's where we're at right now. Got these rails up and everything is tightened down. I didn't go crazy on the tightening in case I have to make any minor adjustments, but I got everything nice and level. That was the goal right there, was to get that piece, that felt piece, level with the top of the plastic bed cap right there. So that's exactly where we want it. And make sure the teeth line up with the grooves right here on that rail. So, yep. Looking good so far. Next step is to throw down the bed cover. We got a bit of a situation right here. Somebody didn't do their job properly when putting this thing together because we're missing the bolts that we use. There's there should be 2 right in here that go into this spot right here. And then we put a nut on the bottom side to hold it in place. And those bolts are not here, dude. So they're not in the box, they're not in the bags, which they wouldn't be in the bags or box anyways, because they always come preset in here, and we don't have that. So as you guys can see, that's what we need right there. And we don't have that. And then we use a nut to tighten it down, and that would be all there is to it, but we don't have that. We don't have those bolts in here. So I don't know what to do now, except, I mean, get some new ones, I guess, maybe from the Home Depot, but at this very moment, I am at a standstill. So that's gonna be a wrap for this very moment, I guess. Alrighty, and just like that, got the bolts in, just like so. Now I'm gonna flip this thing over right here, and then line those bolts up right here. I'm gonna drop them into that slot right there, and then we'll lock it in with the nut there on the bottom. That's about it. Alrighty, so before I throw in my washer and my nut to tighten down this guy right here, I gotta throw in the tensioning block first. So I think the lightest setting is the 4 facing forward towards the window. So we'll start with that one right there. Throw it right in that slot, and then we'll take the washer and the nut and then tighten down the bed cover. See if I have the skills to do this one-handed. Oh, your boy's got skills. Let's go. Spoke too soon. Spoke too soon. And I'll just kind of latch it on, see how it goes. It's just way off alignment back here. So this part's off. Fits okay back there because I slid it over to the passenger side. But yeah, it's kind of hanging over the driver's side on this part right here. It's fitting pretty good right about here. It's right about where I want it, maybe a little more to the driver's side. But yeah, it's not lined up right on this portion, right on this pack part right here. So notice how it's hanging way off this part on the driver's side than it is the passenger side. So I'm trying to figure out how to pull it over because it's not letting me slide it. It's like in there pretty good. So I'm gonna try a few more times and see if we can get this thing to move a little bit. But yeah, as of right now, it's not fitting. It fits, but it's just not aligned. Perfect. The back part may not seem like it's gonna move, but it does. Just give it a good pull. And then now everything's fitting absolutely perfect, dude. Look at that. So sick. And just like that, dude. Perfect. Welcome to the car wash. We're about to do a pressure wash test to make sure this thing seals up real nice. How's this guy gonna fit in any of these bays right here? Savage. Alrighty, so it's looking good back here so far. Didn't really collect any water either. So now let's see if it dripped at all. All right, so we got a little bit right there, a little bit right there. Now keep in mind too, I mean, if you're looking for like a weather type bed cover, obviously a pressure wash is gonna be a lot more aggressive than like your standard rain or like a storm or whatever, but I mean, for a pressure wash, that right there is pretty good. You guys have it. Dang, I should have washed up my bed too. Oh well. Well, now it's time to dry off the entire truck. This thing was dusty from the rainstorm we had a couple days back. So we get to that, and then that's about it. That's a wrap right there. Like that, the bed cover looks absolutely amazing, fits flawless. All the fitment's nice up in here too, like between the tailgate and the bed cover itself. Real nice, like real secure type feeling. If you guys want to break into my bed and take the dirt or the pollen out of there, good luck. You're not getting in here at all. I'm just kidding, you probably could. If you want maximum security, a roll-up bed cover, like with a soft, this like leather grain type material, this is not going to be it. Get you a hard bed cover or something else. This Edward Scissorhands can come up at any minute, any time of the day, and just snip his way into the bed of my truck. But it looks really nice, and it keeps all the elements out of my bed too. So if you keep things in the bed of your truck that you just want out of the sun, out of the rain, out of the wind, this is the bed cover for you. I think it looks really nice too. And the best part also is, well, there's a couple things. So for one, the back window rolls down on the Tundras, right? So with the back window down, all the stuff that falls in the bed of the truck like tornadoes into the cab of the truck. This right here solves the problem right there. It also reduces drag on the back of the tailgate too, so therefore we are more aerodynamic. Rough Country did forget 2 of the bolts, which I went down to Home Depot to pick up my own. I'm sure if you guys reach out to Rough Country, if it happens to you, it probably won't, but it could, then I don't know, they'll probably send you some new ones. Look at this, it's like brown. It's just, it gets so dirty in here so fast, and cleaning bed liner is not fun one bit. So that right there is pretty much it. I'll have this product linked in the description below for you guys. Super sleek, everything fits real nice, and it's super secure. Pressure washer up to it, hardly any water got inside, so that right there is definitely a huge plus. So overall, I'm happy with it so far in the 20 minutes I've had it on my truck. So stay tuned in the future. We'll have a little update on, I guess, how it holds up in 3 months, 6 months, 1 year, 2 years, 3 years, who knows, however long I have it on here for. So that right there is pretty much going to be a wrap. Catch you guys in the next one. Until then, peace.